Devon Sellers here, working on a Saturn Ion 2004 with the 2.2 ecotec. Ran across a pretty weird problem. Was doing a tune-up, ordered the coils and new spark plugs and boots and all that. So what I ran across, put the new coil pack in. If you don't know anything about these 2.2 ecotecs, they have an integrated coil and ignition module all built in. There's no plug wires. And here's the motor. I replaced this coil pack with the boots. Okay. Took the ignition module out and was going to put it in this one. This is the new coil pack, all bolted to the motor, brand new spark plugs underneath. Now, this is what I noticed. Now, put the ignition module in its slot. Pushed it down, everything seemed nice, cozy, and tight. Tightened the 3 T15 screws down. Okay, plugged it in. I'm not going to plug it in now, I'm going to show you what happened. The car did not start. And I was shaking my head, wondering what the heck happened, because the thing was running just fine before I did it. So it had to have been something that I did, right? Well, I did some further digging and looked up some YouTube videos on what exactly is going on with this ignition module. So I did a bunch of tests. I took it off this mounting plate with it hooked into the wiring harness, which I'm not doing right now, but you hook the wiring harness in. And I was testing the pins. All the pins down there. The center one provides power to your coil, both coils. The two on the side of these center ones are your cam phaser signals. So it's a ground. You have to attach your test light to the positive terminal. Okay, then because it's on a positive, you're going to test ground on these two pins on each side. This pin is a signal out. You ain't got to worry about that. The center is power, so you attach your ground light to a ground. That should have constant power. And then the two on the side should give us pulse signal if you're attached to the positive terminal. Okay? But that wasn't the issue. The ignition module acted like it was fine. And I'm like, okay, if I'm getting signal from the crank sensor, what is going on here? And I noticed something after looking over both the parts, but you ain't gonna believe this. If you buy a new coil pack, there's pins on this side too. Pins on the ignition coil and pins on the ignition module. Obviously, the two don't, males aren't supposed to be with a male. Sorry if that offends anybody, but it doesn't work in this application. Well, what I noticed is the old coil pack has got a connector in it. And I was thinking, okay, maybe Chinese parts, they didn't make it right. And lo and behold, I took a pair of needle nose pliers and simply pulled it out. There it is. That's why it wasn't firing. So whenever you replace the coil packs on these, make sure you get the little connector piece that connects your ignition module to your coil packs. Simply put it right back in the hole. Like so. Nice and snug. Put your ignition module in, and it fired right up. Simple as that. Put your 3 T15 screws back in, plug it in, and she'll fire right up. Learning curve. Love them. Peace.